Okay, your audio is not included. Let's get in there again. Oh, audio is.
Yeah, this is not working on my computer, but I think my phone might be working. Yeah, alright. Alright, so, speak in the thing so I can hear people.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it lit?
Get lit, get lit, get lit.
Is it lit AF?
Alright, I'm gonna hope nothing
Lit as
happens with this
fuck,
broadcast,
yeah.
but I definitely was able to hear everyone. So yeah, let's go and let's start this off with the big topic we've all been wanting to discuss. The
Mainly Anubis.
the butt controversy with Tracer from Overwatch. So before we get into arguments, I'm curious who is pro and con for this decision. I'm not trying to get into the details of why and how and whatnot, but who here is happy that the decision to change it was made? Anyone?
Well, my
I
reasoning is
care less
complex.
one way or the other.
I'm sure there's gonna be some complex reasoning in there. I for one,
I really feel like
am happy
I really
they
like the
decided
new
to change
pose.
it.
I understand why people are angry.
Oh, that's not a yes or a no answer.
What's the
vague
question
answers.
again?
What's the question? Are you pro or con that it got changed? Do you think it should have gotten changed, or do you think people should have left it?
Well, it's kind of hard to.
I don't think it should have been changed by the public. I think it should have been
It
changed.
wasn't changed by
in
the
a
public.
sense- Well, no.
I
In a
don't-
sense, like.
All right, well, let's
public
just head
complained
right
about
into
it, and
this.
they bowed
Okay.
Let's head
down
right
to
into
that.
this.
It's tough because I say I can give yes and no, and the reason is because like you have to kind of make a comparison to other games. There's think of like the Dead or Alive series. You know what I mean? Like those are pretty freaking like obnoxious when it comes
Extreme
to
beach
their
volleyball,
character.
anyone?
Extreme beach volleyball, yeah, especially like you know what I mean? Like those are lewd, like those can be thought of as being a lot more offensive and stuff like that. But this is a shooting game, and she's wearing tight as hell pants. Like if it pulls,
Not like she's
really
actually-
shows.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like she's just like pulling her pants down, showing her ass, or like bending over ridiculously. Like she's just standing there, and her butt, it's showing her butt, and she's looking back at the camera. Like, so what? Like, I mean, it looks more like a confident pose as opposed to like she's intentionally trying to be sexy kind of thing. Like, she's standing there, she's confident, she's won, and it's a victory pose, And then the change, it's same thing. I mean, she's the change. There's really no difference. The problem was the butt, and there's still butt, but the difference is she's just in a more, I guess, girly pose, if you want to, put it like that. But it's roughly the same thing from the change. She doesn't look like she's trying to be over sexualized or anything. She won, and she's posing to look cool and feel confident because she won. And that's my take on it.
I feel like they just are bowing down to certain people's opinions on it rather than just make the game how they want to make the game. That's what bothers me.
Well, I mean, it's
That
a pose.
bothers me
It's
more
not like
than
it changes
anything.
gameplay
Yeah,
or something like that.
But I mean, it's the fact that that's how they were wanting to make their game initially. If they wanted to make that change, then let them make that change behind closed doors. Not.
Well,
But Vault,
I
this
guess.
is no. Your argument is invalid. They're having a beta. A beta is for people to test and give feedback on the game. So they
It's to test
they
the
are
networking
doing,
and the
no,
mainly,
they to test the
primarily is
entire
beta.
game.
I don't know.
They
I kind
Primarily
of
want-
make
agree
sure
with
their
Walt.
servers are working
I kind of
right.
agree
They
with
want-
Walt, though.
I agree that they
I
wanna
feel like
check their
betas are a little
servers.
bit more. I
They're
feel like
more for
betas
making
have
sure
been
their
used more
servers
for
are
making
working.
sure that their servers and things run smoothly, not about character design and shit like that.
And make sure
Oh,
the game
I disagree. I mean, like I
Well,
understand their purpose
no.
is primarily yes for gameplay and stuff, but I'm, you know, maybe we should have discussed this a little bit ahead of time because I bet I could find some examples of betas where people's aesthetics have changed because of player feedback from a beta, or even not, maybe not from a beta, but like I'm sure you guys understand. Like there's definitely
Beta
examples out
server
there
issues and
where
happens
people
a
have
lot.
potential
yeah,
glitches that were to be
there's
found.
definitely
That's what they were for, not for I don't like this gameplay. That's not what they were ever meant to be for, primarily.
No,
I feel like.
well, I disagree. I think
I feel
betas
like
are
they're
out
meant
there
to
to
be
get
for
any kind of
anything.
feedback. And
Yeah, they want to make their customers happy. I
Yeah,
think is the
like,
point.
if you're-
so
if
they
you're in-
want to know any feedback.
yeah, if you're in beta mindset, you need to be open to any kind of feedback. And if you, and honestly, I think if you're not going to be
what's
open,
the rating for the game?
I have no idea. I would think teen because I can't imagine that being a mature rated game, but maybe it's mature rated. I don't know. But I also don't think the rating is really what the issue is here.
No, I know, and but I feel like it kind of does.
That's
kinda
like
have a
something you would expect from a
point.
mature rated game.
Right, that's kind of something you would expect from a mature rated game, though. Like, in a teen game, you can see that happening. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think of like some teen games that have that kind of example and stuff like that. But you know, nothing's kind of coming to the top of my head.
I mean,
But
there was.
if
I don't
it's-
really feel like it's an extreme example, but Team Fortress 2 was like, I don't know. I don't think that was extreme, really. But
Well, no, I'm
take
trying to
that
say
back.
like as far as when it comes to like sexualizing characters, you know, in it's kind of hard to make a comparison because it's a rated teen game. Because you know, teen games are not supposed to be as violent or as overly sexual as a mature rated title. So if it is a teen game, I just feel like this is definitely not something that it's not something that breaks that boundary of, oh, if it's going to be, you know, looking like this, then it needs to be mature rated. You know what I mean? Like, or there should be a warning. You know, there's a lot of teen games that have sexual themes in them, but, you know,
well, yeah, I
developers
mean,
don't listen to them, or like people don't complain, and it's like, oh, whatever, like that's fine. Like, who cares? It's something small. And this is something small too. It's a butt. Like, everybody has one. Like, I just think, who cares?
why are you
know?
so? Yeah, why are you so embarrassed about it? Maybe.
Well, I
don't know.
definitely would have issue if anyone tried to make the argument that a butt pose like that should cause a mature rating. That definitely does not warrant a mature rating. But
No, it doesn't. We're not saying it should,
let me
but we're just saying we don't-
make my
Okay.
let me explain my argument here. This is why I have an issue with it, because it's not about it being a mature rated or teen rated game. It's about how our society is so strongly male dominated, and the especially the gaming community. It's one of my pet peeves. My biggest hate about the gaming community is how women are treated. And it's not even that they're treated badly, it's that they're treated so different in terms of you know, if you're like Kelsey, I'm sure you get plenty of friend requests, and I mean, you probably are aware that we do not get those friend requests. Those are for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. I hate being treated like that. Like, that's why most of the time I don't even like talking on the mic.
Yeah.
I don't want to emphasize the fact that I'm a girl because then I'm instantly like treated like
Exactly.
a sexual
and
object.
and that is something I cannot stand, because it, like you said it so perfectly right there. You are, I'm gonna use more extreme wording here, but still, you are afraid to talk on the mic and enjoy the game and play with people because you know of the reaction. And it's not even like I said, they're not trying to be mean or disrespectful. It's just that it's there. It's more of a subconscious thing, and in my opinion, this butt pose is 100% what that is. It's the subconscious male-dominated presence in video games. How this butt pose is just like, why is it there? I understand it's like, oh, a little cute behind the thing, little wink thing, but it's like, why does it need to be like? I understand it's not like hardcore, hey, I'm bending over for you, but nonetheless, it is subconsciously and very small, but still it's there, and it's sexualizing this woman. And in the and you know, just like the internet loves to do, if people don't fully appreciate and understand an argument, they just tear it up. So like when I tried to look up a little bit of information on this topic to learn a little bit more about it and prepare a little bit for tonight, all I found was people making it into a joke and saying, and basically treating it like it's so ridiculous. And to me, that bothers me, because here they are, like we finally, you know, can talk a little bit about how something might not be appropriate, and we should, like, you know, address this issue that is very hidden in society, and everyone's just tearing it up and not taking it seriously. And like it's just so clear to me that this will not be taken seriously.
I think this is kind of a bad example, though, to take seriously, like, as a, not to take seriously, because I mean, I completely understand where, you know, people do take it seriously, and I completely agree with your point. I just feel like this is kind of a bad thing to focus on when there are worse situations and worse things that should be more offensive that aren't getting the light that they deserve.
I see what
where
you're
it's
saying.
like a goofy turnaround, you know, her butt happens to be behind her. It's like if she was wearing a cloak or whatever to cover it or whatever. Like, I don't know. I just I
see what you're saying, but a point I want to make is it shouldn't have to be an extreme that gets our attention, because it's not the extremes that are causing these issues for women in gaming. It's not the extreme guys going messaging women, hey, I want to see you naked and stuff. It's not. I mean, I'm sure that happens too, don't get me wrong, but that's not the extreme that is bothering me as well. I mean, it bothers me, but
damn it, holy shit,
you know,
man.
People just trying, like I said earlier, someone just sending a woman a friend request on Xbox, that is very much not an extreme at all. Like, you would
Kelsey,
not think anything of it, but the fact that it happens so much,
or Nubis, can you get me?
That, yeah, I got you.
Someone.
The fact that it happens so much, and it's so low key that no one ever wants to talk about it, and that's why I really wanted to talk about this, because it's so low key that no one wants to talk about it, but it should be talked about. Because I mean, like, don't get me wrong, as much as I'm arguing that it should be taken down, I do agree that it's it's really nothing.
Well, then then I gotta ask you, how do you feel about the new pose? Like,
well, okay, yeah, I'll get
into
that.
Like, people have been like totally cool with the new pose, and it's like,
so now I'm missing, you know, I am missing some context. I don't like missing context, but without being able to play the game, I'm missing some context. From what I hear, she's a very bubbly personality. It's one of the arguments that the original person who caused the post that made all the ruckus, something that he said that people like to pretend he didn't say or just don't know that he said. He made the argument, because Kelsey, you saw that video with that one British girl who was like, why didn't he complain about Widowmaker? In the argument, it was stated how it's okay for Widowmaker because in context, Widowmaker uses her sexuality as a weapon. And so it's not so much that he's trying, that this dad was trying to make it so women aren't sexualized at all. He was just trying to make it so that they weren't sexualized for no reason other than to be sexualized.